Hello everyone! On this video I want to comment a little bit about Orb, how I feel about Lunarch post-nerf. Be aware that I have been only playing Lunarch on solo battlegrounds. I have not had time to actually invest into playing anything else on the South American server, which is where my Lunarch is, because I have been playing very actively on the North American with my healer, right? So I have not been able to play any really competitive or try to play any competitive in South American, but I can already tell you based on like what I have been learning on NA and watching from other top war games, that Orb, Lunarch included, is still like top of the line, SSS tier for like any competitive static slash GVG slash CVZ, simply because you have infinite shields and infinite possible damage with like shield stacking, having like 50 to 100k shields on everyone. On top of that, having the damage boost, having the move speed, and with Stellar Dash being able to put like upwards to 200,000 damage more, and delete even tanks that are like on 60 to 80,000 HP. Yeah, you know how it is if you played. Orb is still crazy, so when it comes to the nerf, that didn't change anything for the competitive PvP. I imagine satellite nerf will be coming, where there will be a hard cooldown on satellite, or there's gonna be not possible to stack shields anymore, which will also be a big nerf. I expect lots of things to change on the Orb, but when it comes to competitive PvP, Lunarch is fine, and Orb overall is fine. With fine, I mean it's playable and S tier. Doesn't mean that it's in a fine position, like okay for the game, okay? Now, when it comes to playing solo the Lunarch is a complicated class because it depends highly on peeling for executing your combos. It is similar to the Darkblight. It can do a lot of cool plays that you get a bunch of kills together, big AoEs, but it is slow, just like the Darkblight in certain aspects. Like you have to place the 3 orbs, then you have to Supernova, then you have to place 3 orbs, and then you have to Stellar Dash. On top of that, you have to survive and other things, right? So it is slow. And compared to the Curse, where you're playing Darkblight, that you just put a curse, go in with another curse, spread and explode. It's a pretty fast setup for the damage part. The Lunarch Supernova is mega slow compared to that. So it's a class that is really hard to pull combos because it depends more on the enemy's mistake than you doing the things correctly. But when you pull it off, it's also mega fun, mega cool, right? But regardless, the class for the battlegrounds, post-nerf and for like small scale PvP, I did feel my damage loss. I felt the damage loss of like 20 to 25%, which is what was expected, but I still can output insane DPS by playing Glass Cannon enough to kill tanks and healers to a certain degree, depends on the situation, of course, and the enemy. And overall, for most of the situations, I think it is in a really good position, as long as it doesn't get nerfed even more. If it gets nerfed even more, then I think it's going to start struggling quite a bit. But overall, it's fine. Be aware that I don't think it's a top tier class when it comes to like playing solo and things like that. You're going to have a much more easier time playing anything else that is, for example, ranged or melee. So Spear Dagger, GS Dagger, Crossbow Dagger, even Bow Dagger, you're gonna have a better time playing solo, just like I'm doing right now on Battlegrounds, right? Because you of one skill, which is Shadow Step silences you, and that's gonna cut not only your damage that you can answer back when you get silence, but it also cuts your combo in the middle. So if you're preparing Stellar Dash, for example, you need to have 3 orbs on the floor. If you're preparing the Supernova, you need to have the 3 orbs and you need to cast the Supernova, which takes time. And if you get silence, it gets cancelled. So there's a lot of conditions to execute the class, and everyone uses Dagger. So everyone has Shadow Step. Therefore, you're basically countered by everyone. If you're trying to use a more aggressive invis, which is the orb invis, to reset your skills, you're also at the mercy of your enemy most of the times, because you're gonna get shadow stepped. Then if you don't have your invis from the dagger to release your CC, you're probably gonna get prone, or if you don't have the reaction to cleanse and parry, and even if you do that, there's a high chance that you're gonna just get stunned or prone right after. But regardless, it's just an example like you just saw here. You can get some really cool plays. You can do some pretty insane positioning and combos. For example, I got a cool position here, right? 3 orbs, I wait a little bit, then I managed to get an Evis from the parry on top of my smoke. I proc the supernova, but look at that, I'm stunned, I don't have peeling, I don't have a tank with link, I don't have orbs with infinite shield, so on that. Otherwise, if I have static there, I probably could have nuked all of those people. Here's another example. I managed to get 1 kill, then I parry, boom, but now I don't have skills, I get shadow stabbed, I cannot do basically anything, and the crossbow just melts me, the scorpion just melts me. So these are just examples of like, oh, look at this one, for example. I see the enemy, I see Shinx there, which is a Ravager glass cannon. He's really good on South America. I prepare my buffs, right? I spread satellites, so I have some party members around. I try to follow his invis because he instantly goes invis. I place 3 orbs, I cannot get him, but I try to stellar dash. Oh my god, that lagged a lot. But yeah, I sent 1 stellar dash and I hit. I think I already sent more. I don't know why it's lagging so much. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Let's go slowly. Spread. Stellar dash, right? I shoot the stellar dash, aiming, trying to hit him invisible. I hit actually because I get another stellar dash, as you can see. I shoot the second stellar dash, right? I hit because I get another stellar dash, so that means I hit both stellar dashes on the invisible target. And on the last stellar dash, you can clearly see, you can see his shadow on my mouse there. I shoot and I hit the stellar dash again on him. Sorry for the quality here. So, and then he just gets out of the shell, the invis shadow step and one taps him. So this is what I'm trying to say when it comes to Lunarch in small scale, in battlegrounds and other things. There's 2 problems with the Lunarch. The first one, it is a slow class compared to other classes. Even though it's not that slow, for this game terms, it's slow. And it's a magic class, which means you get mega countered by silence. Even though you have the dagger for tools and self-peeling, your skills, your damage answer that, for example, if a spear, shadow steps, GS, the GS still have many tools to answer. The same goes for crossbow and other classes that are not magical. But a magical class don't have any tools. You can only either try to cleanse, /parry, /parry dash, or go invis with your dagger, pop your smoke if you have Deluzhnoa, or just to survive a ranged. And that's about it. That's the only tools you have. You cannot fight back, you know? So this is a big deal on the class and why it struggles in battlegrounds /small scale if you don't have static. So that's one of the examples. And the other problem with it is that, like you saw, all your skills are skill shots, basically, most of them, except like bullseye maybe. They are target skills that you need to place in the ground, aim the laser, hit the supernova when people are on top of it. And when you compare to others, more solo classes, for example, GS, you just dash on top, target stun, target prone, which is basically a tab skill, like a targeted skill, you don't have to aim, and just one tap the guy with like a guillotine or any of the other skills because you have insane attack speed, and you just reset with E.Tevent after that, right? And the same goes for like spear. Most of the skills on the spear you usually don't have to aim. There is a few that you do have to aim, but most of the damage that people use nowadays also you don't have to aim. The same goes for like crossbow. Crossbow is basically you can jump around, is the biggest offender. You don't even have to be that close to the target, and you can just quick fire while you're jumping and desyncing because this game has way too much desync. Jumping around, going in, rolling, whatever it is, and you can also do insane damage just on basic attacks. So all of those classes have this benefit of like not having to worry about setup and aiming and shooting compared to Lunarch, for example. So you gotta be aware that when it comes, that's not even related to nerf, it's just related to the class. The class is definitely in struggles and it's in lower tiers compared to those when it comes to solo killing / playing solo / just playing random / dominion DPS, whatever it is. Those classes, the melees and ranged, even bow, will have a much easier time to target, to do damage, and to like output results compared to, for example, Lunarch. It's a class that will struggle a lot more compared to those. But of course, there's the other side, which has always been the case with staffing, for example, even one to a certain degree, where on normal setups with like statics and massive amount of players, VCs, that's where Magic usually shines, right? It's not always the case, but in most cases it has been like that. So there is a counterpart for it. But when it comes to the small scale, to this type of content for battlegrounds, be aware that you might struggle. However, the nerf is not the reason for that. Like I said, the nerf, while it hit you, you're still doing fine, the class is still doing fine. The difficulty comes from just the game design, and that's totally fine because every class has their benefits and their counters, let's say like that, right? But yeah, that's about it. I just want to share my thoughts and share some of the clips that I got on this week, right, playing battlegrounds. I'm still gonna be focused on NA because my character right now is 7.2, almost 1000 power. I want to finish grinding it, get it to like 7.6, 7.8, and then we're gonna start doing some more war games with competitive guilds next week. So I'm pretty excited for that. That's about it. Thank you for watching. See ya.
From the start